Alright, let me post everything everywhere. Copy here, paste here. Hello, Dora. Let's see. Coding Frogger Day 3. Live now. Paste link. Tweet. Where else? Here in my Discord. Stream is live. Coding Frogger Day number 3. Paste link. Post. Post it on rainfall. 3rd day of Coding Frogger. Join me at link. Post it here in Study and Chill. Alright, and I think that's all we need. Let's get some music on. Yeah, Terraria music. Okay. This is not it. Visual Basic. Frogger. Let's open it up. Alright, so I did a couple things off stream because I went to class, and since I couldn't stream from class, I I just tried to work on something. So the thing I did was I made the algorithm and the logic for the logs in the cars to actually warp around the screen. I have a test log and a test car. I'll show you right now how it looks like. So as you can see, as soon as the log disappears, it reappears on the other side of the screen. Same goes for the car. And there's logic for both things to do that when they go in both directions. I'm going to show you the code right now. So for the car, this is the simplest one. The function is here in update. So this is the logic. It's basically two conditions. One of them is for when the speed is above 0, meaning when it goes right. The other one is for when the speed is below 0, means when you go left. We exclude when the speed is exactly 0, because you're never going to warp around the screen when the speed is exactly 0, and on the implementation I'm planning to do, no car will be stopped, or no log will be completely stopped anyway. So there's no condition for when the speed is exactly 0. There shouldn't be necessary. So the condition is if it's going right, and if the transform x is bigger than the width, which is a variable that I'm sending as a reference, well, as a value, but I am sending it here in the game. I have this width, which is the scale times the size in pixels of the background. And when I call the update function for the test car, I just send it the game width as a reference. That way it always takes into account how big the screen is going to be. So if the car's position is bigger than the width, since the position gets calculated at the top left of the sprite, this works when it goes right, but it doesn't work when it goes left. Like I couldn't do less than 0. You'll see down here I made a different condition. Instead of being more than width or less than 0, which would be the right edge and the left edge of the screen, when it's less than 0, it has to be less than 0 minus the size of the car times the scale. Right, size x is a property of the car, which varies depending on which car you pick. Usually it's 16, except when it's a truck, which is 32 pixels. Multiplied by the scale just makes it so that it fits on the whatever scale you set it to. And negative meaning that it's just basically 16 pixels to the left. So basically when the car reaches here, so the top left corner of the car reaches minus the size times to the left of the screen, then it's going to warp back. Otherwise it would disappear as soon as the left edge of the car touches the edge of the screen, and you don't want that. You want the effect of the car going away. Alright, then basically if the condition becomes true, I just set the position back to the other side. So if it goes above width, I just set it to, again, minus car scale times the size, meaning it's going to start moving right from the left edge of the screen outside of it. And the same goes for the other thing. If it goes to the left of the screen, it's going to start again to the right, so the width. I had to make a static cast because width is an integer and set position takes constant floats, so it's just so it doesn't give me a warning. And obviously the Y position, I just keep it as the Y position that it already had. So for the log, the logic is very, very similar. It should be, where is it? Update, there you go. No, that's not it. Log part. No, is it? I think it's this one, right? Is it? No. Oh yeah, that was the log part. There we go. This is the log update function. So these are the two conditions. Same thing. If the speed is above 0, if the speed is below 0. Conditions are the exact same. And except for, instead of having the log, well, since we had to take the car's size into account, the X size. On the log it's a bit more complicated because the log is formed with multiple parts, at least in my implementation. So what we need to do is make the size of the log part times the length of the log, which is how many middle parts it has, plus 2, meaning because it always has a beginning and an end. So the length, it just takes into account how many middle parts there is. Multiplied by the scale, and we have to offset this to the left when we're going from the right to left, and vice versa. So when we go above width, we have to set it to the length of the log to the left of the screen, and when we go off from the left of the screen, we have to set it to the right. So same principle, it's just on the log it's a bit more complicated because you have to take into account how long the log is. Basically what this allows me to do is, no matter which size the log is, so if I change this 0 to 5, this is what the log is going to do. Only when the head disappears, it appears again here. Because it starts, basically, the log will start here, and it will start moving. There you go. And if I change the speed to be negative, it's going to do the exact same on the other side. So until the log reaches this position, because the log it's longer than usual, only then it will appear on the other side. I hope I made it clear enough. This is what I did off stream. The rest you can find on the previous video, I'm assuming. And now let's get to new stuff, shall we? Alright. Yeah, this is done. This is live, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Would have been kind of bummed if it wasn't live. I'm gonna set the size of this to 3. I think what makes the most sense. Okay, so I need to make the frog class and the movement. Then I'm gonna do I think this can go. Then I'm gonna do initialize the level, which is basically set which different lengths of logs and how they get initialized and how they start moving and where from, etc., etc. But first, we're gonna do the frog class. So let's start by creating a frog.h and a frog.cpp. Alright, so what do we need for the frog? We will definitely need a sprite. We will need a transform. And what else do we need? A collider, right? Yeah. Okay, so usual thing, sprite msprite, transform mtransform, collider mcollider. What else will we need for the frog? Let me open up the PDF. So much light. Position, sprite, collider. We don't need much more. Okay, we need the default constructor. I'm not sure if we need an overloaded one. I'm not sure yet. I guess we do, but I'm not sure. We need to send it the sprite sheet, right? So I guess we do need the overloaded constructor. So frog, and then we have to forward declare image. Image reference. All right. Let's create the definitions for this. Wait, it doesn't do this one. Okay. Sorry about that. So on the overloaded constructor, I guess we can make an initialize function, just like we have on the other ones. Like here, I'm just gonna call it. Actually, I need to send it the sprite sheet as a reference. We have to include it here. call it on the constructor. Now, how do we initialize the frog? msprite.setImage, sprite sheet, msprite.setSource. I believe the frog is actually 0, 0. And it's 16 by 16. But before doing this, let's actually make sure. Yeah, this is basically 16 pixels wide by 16 pixels high. And yeah, we can do the animation later. Wait, which one is the... Let me open up an example of Frogger on YouTube. Okay, when the frog appears, what sprite does it have? Like when it's stationary. All right, it's the third one. So it's not going to be 0, 0. It's going to be 0, 32, 32, 0. And then for the other things, we have a static constant scale and size. So I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to declare static constant int size, and I'm going to initialize it here. Equals 16. I'm gonna do the same for the scale actually. It's kinda inefficient because I would have to change it everything. Everywhere, but it kind of sucks. I would make it a global variable, but I'm not sure. It'll work for now. I won't worry about it too much. So and scale equals 3. I think that's about, yeah, there you go. Same goes for the log. Can clean it up a bit by doing this, and the same here. Okay. So I'm gonna set this to size. There you go. Okay, we've got the sprite. Now mTransform. I'm going to set the initial position to be you know what? I'm going to do something else. I am going to make a function called reset position, when we get a public function, public method. And I'm going to change the transform here, because I might use this later when I want to reset the frog's position when I reach the goal. So I'm going to do it here. Set position be. What I'm going to do here is set the scale though. Before I forget. There you go. I'm going to set the position to be I'm going to send these two variables as a reference, the height and the width. So I'm going to get this constructor to take a these two, then I'm gonna make this one also take them. Or actually, you know what? Should probably do that too for the car, shouldn't I? Maybe. Anyway, what I was thinking I would do is I'm gonna do maybe I can't do this actually. You know what? Let's just forget about it. I'm just gonna send it as a reference everywhere, and that's it. I don't want Skyrim fight music right now. This is a bit more cozy. The Rogue Legacy Woods. Alright, and the reset position, same thing. Alright, so set position to I'm gonna set the position to x will be width divided by 2 and y will be height minus size. Right, so it appears, I think so. Give me a second. I think this compiles and it doesn't. Okay. Shit. Okay, no, it's not exactly that. So, alright. Let's jump into the lab again. How many pixels high is this? That is 16 pixels high. Alright, so this is also 16 pixels high, meaning we want the frog to appear exactly here. Alright. Yeah, I think that'll work. So basically, if this is 256 pixels high, greeting you with anything but in a respectful way. Wait, what? Did you forgot I'm not a new user, so it's giving me mature content warning in chat rules. Well, I mean, it's good that they give it to you, but I wrote that a long time ago. At first, I didn't know what you were referring to, but yeah, it's my chat rules. Basically, don't be a dick. Just talk about whatever's on your mind. Also, hi. How you doing, Rio? Glad to see you here, dude. Always more fun with a chatter. And if there's anything you can do, it's chat. Because you never stop. I'm kidding, man. Doing better at the beginning of the week. What happened at the beginning of the week? You seem to be in a good mood. Well, I'm in a vacation. I'm in the Christmas break now, so yay! Yay! Toothache. Oh shit. Also, I might have landed a semi-decent job, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I want to set the height minus frog size times 2, I think. Right? What passes as semi-decent? Meaning it won't be enough to actually... I don't think it'll be enough to pay for both rent and food for the whole month. But it'll at least alleviate some of the weight of not having any money, basically. Oh yeah, let's focus on Frogger for now, because I'll have enough time to think about my job later. Let's see. This should work. I also want to make a render function, which will take a render manager reference, meaning we have to forward declare it. God damn it, with accents. Frogger time, yes. Okay, we included the render manager. Let's render this. We will render the sprite and transform. Alright, let's call that here. We have to actually make a frog object. I just realized, let's do this to keep it neat. Same as on the others, perfect. So, we include the frog here. Do we need to do it here? I did include car.h here and it works, right? Yeah, it does, perfect. So yeah. Test frog. Alright. Let's see. Test frog.render. Let's see if the frog appears on the screen. It crashes. Shit. Okay, why? Oh, I know why. I didn't call the constructor for the frog. And it has no sprite, obviously. I need to send it just the sprite sheet, right? Yeah. Okay, why does this not work? Oh, okay, it takes the width and the height also. Yes, so this should work. Perfect. Let's run it. And we don't have a frog. Why not? We've got warnings. I don't think these are the problem, but since I realize that they're here now, let me okay. I think the problem might be that since this is a constant, I will do something. Okay. Set position takes 2 floats, right? Yeah, so okay, and instead of this, we will have this. This might work. This might solve the problem. I mean, I think so. Oh yeah, is a constant int, so I'm gonna do this. Might as well do it now. Spotify giving me the advertisements. Alright, no warnings, no errors. Does this render the frog? No, it doesn't. It's up here. I know why. Because I made the function to reset the position, but I didn't call it on the constructor. It takes the width and the height, so this will definitely work. Nope. Is this my frog? Yeah. Wait, what did I, why did I miscalculate it? I know what I did wrong. I think the height is already scaled up to 3 because the game does it. But the frog size is not, so I need to do... I changed the language of my keyboard. I need to multiply everything in here by times the scale. And voila, the frog is where it should be. Which is pretty much the same position, right? Yeah. Look at this. How about that? Not bad. Okay. We've got the frog's position. Let's make the movement. Alright, let's make a public function. We're gonna name it on key down. Not sure if I should send it a key code or yeah, let's just make it a key code. Okay. I'm gonna include it here and include it there. Alright, so on key down, key code. Ah, not again. I love this song. Alright, so this is a bit more complicated because I've never done this before. But I need to make the frog move, but it can't move one tile at a time like I did on Snake. So I need to think this through. Alright. I'm thinking, okay. My idea for this is to make that on key down. Let's make an enum actually. Enum class. Direction. Gonna set it left, right, up, down, and not moving. All right. All right. So, we now have an enum that tells us where the frog is going to be moving. And based on this, I'm going to make the on key down change this variable, and based on this variable's value, which can be left, right, up, down, or not moving, I'm going to make the frog change direction. So, let's see. I'm starting to get into that mindset where I think about too many things at once and I get confused and obfuscated. But let's try to streamline it. Alright, so this is the easy part, which is a switch based on the key. Case. Key code. Left arrow. Key code, right arrow. Up arrow. Down arrow. I think this will be enough. Move time, time at last move on key if current time. Your sentence stopped making sense halfway through. But yeah, I think I have a similar idea of what you're suggesting here. Just wait until you see how I'm trying to do it, and if I can't come up with anything, I'll then you just pitch in with whatever your suggestion is. Slow typing, don't worry about it. So, if the key is left, then the direction is gonna be frog direction left. Don't want to boss music now. Ping here. Do this. Guess this is what is driving to me here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the easy part. We are now going to make sure that we call this here. We send this as a reference, well, as an argument. It's not a reference, it's a value. So this is the easy part. Now, I'm going to create an update function. Not sure what's going to take as an argument yet, but we will add it whenever we need it. So update. Well, first of all, well, I think we can do this later. Also, I'm gonna do oh yeah. Same here. Gotta check Discord. What do you sent me? Oh, what is that? Is that chocolate for cats? She's so cute. Proud mom. Oh, I miss her so much. By the way, my girlfriend and I are going to be cat sitters for 2 cats this holiday season. Cat tongues? Oh, okay, so it's not 4 cats, but it resembles a cat tongue. I see, I see. So yeah, girlfriend and I are going to be cat sitting 2 cats. One of them's named Baileys and the other one's named Aziraphale. We're going to be cat sitting Aziraphale for these 3 weeks, I think. Can I cat sit one of them? I mean, you have to ask the owners, but you're a bit far away. You definitely can. Baileys and coffee. No, they're actually in 2 different households. Like it's 2 different friends that have. Well, one of them asked if there was anyone willing to cat sit, and my girlfriend and I said yes. The other one is the project manager of my group, and she's going away. She and her boyfriend are going away for a couple days to Stockholm to visit the family, and they offered me and my girlfriend to actually take care of the cat and just occupy their apartment for the time being. So yeah, just a few days being there with little Baileys. Oh, look at her. You got some nice stuff. What is it? Craft beers? Is this Elwyn Forest? Yes. Import beers. Fancy. Alright, back to Frogger. Enough cats, let's do frogs. So, on the update function, based on the direction case, if the direction points left, we're basically gonna do and transform dot change position alright, I'm gonna do something. Static constant int size and scale. I'm gonna make a constant int. Well, a constant int speed. Oh, should all frogs move at the same speed? I guess so, right? Let's make it a const static. So feels good, man. Yeah, it does. Import beer is always good, I would assume, since I can't drink them. Pepe hands. Okay, frog speed is going to be 1 for now. But essentially what I want to do is change position based on the speed for X, then 0 for the Y. If it's left, I want to do minus frog speed. Can't understand shit from the Spotify ads. They don't actually let me set my country as Spain, and they forced me to change the country of my Spotify account. So I get fucking Swedish ads that I don't understand. So I don't know, fuck them, because you know the point of ads is to me to get to buy stuff, and if I don't understand them, I'm not gonna buy anything. Okay, so change position if it's going to the right. Frog speed. Up. So, okay. Change position. If it's going up, it's going negative Y, because positive Y is downwards. So 0. Alright. And this is positive Y, which means downwards. Alright, this compiles, right? Let's test this out. This should not stop, so if I press right, it should, yeah, start moving right. Same thing. Alright. Alright, it's a start. So now I want to make sure to do two things. First of all is that I can't change direction again until the frog has finished moving. And two is that I want the frog to stop after a certain amount of pixels. So first of all, let's make the frog stop. Learn Swedish so you can buy stuff you don't need in spite of Spotify. That'll teach him. Sure thing. Okay, so first of all, let's make the frog stop moving. So I need a and step counter, or movement counter. Okay. We have the movement counter, so what I'm gonna do is movement counter plus equals frog speed. I'm wondering if I can do this. Alright. Whoops. So if I can do this for everything. Because I would write it on every line, so can I do this here? Basically, this will add the frog's speed to the movement counter every frame. I'm actually thinking that I might have to make this a static constant float. I don't think this changes anything, right? Well, changes this obviously. Okay. From float to end. So I'm also gonna make this a float. Okay. Now, I'm thinking how to do this. So basically, I have this movement counter that will add the speed every frame. And the frog speed is okay. No, I can't make this a float. And I want to make this a float because I want it to move pixel by pixel, so I need integers. Pixels multiplied by the scale, so Okay, so nah, I think I'm gonna keep it as an int. So let me think this through. Basically need to make it so that the movement counter is bigger than 16, bigger or equal to 16 at any point in time. Well, bigger than the frog size. I'll need to make the direction be not moving. And now I'm gonna make a big if statement here. If m direction equals frog direction not moving, then we can start moving this. Otherwise it won't move. Do I have a constant frame rate? I don't, but I want the game to be based off the frame rate. I do have delta time, so I could make the game move based on real time, but since everything else is going to move frame by frame, I'm just going to make it this way. It doesn't really matter for the implementation. Like this is not relevant to the assignment. I do know how to make so a game doesn't depend on the frame rate, but it's such a tiny part of the assignment. The teacher said it's not important, but yeah. Okay, so only if the direction is not moving I can... Wait, no, that doesn't work like this. This if statement doesn't go here. This statement goes on the on key down. If the frog is not moving, then you can change the direction. Otherwise you can't. I think I'm actually done. Should we try it? Nah. I'm not sure. Wait, I just realized. Is the frog too small? No, the frog should be 16 pixels, right? This kind of works, but not quite. Why does it work sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't? You see it does like one click, one click, one click. Okay, so the idea is there. Implement separate logic for lane hopping, probably snap to lane. I am unsure, because you can see that the lanes are already, like all lanes are just 16 pixels. Actually, we're gonna see it better here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes, right? And the distance for all the lanes this is crooked, right? Yeah, this is better. It's 80 pixels. And 80 pixels is 5 times 16, which means there's 5 lanes and I'm gonna snap to each of them every time I move. There's no space in between 2 lanes. So if I do the movement correctly, the frog is only gonna move 16 pixels every time. So I don't need to make snapping to the lane. I just need to make the movement to be always 16 pixels every time. I'm not sure why this isn't working though. Yes, 16 both horizontal and vertical. So basically each lane will be 16 pixels. The car right now is not snapped to any lane, so... Problem is... Why does it do this? I don't know what went wrong here. Well, if it stops after you release the key, it's on key down, getting called every frame somehow. Key down gets called. It should get called every frame with the key that, well, it gets called every time you press the key. Now the ping from the achievements Discord. Let me just make sure and get rid of the notification. What's this? It stops after you release the key. It's on key down. What do you mean you doubt that? You doubt that it's getting called every frame? I'm not sure, but that shouldn't matter. Like, the thing is, when the game registers that I press the key, and the idea here is that I want the game to register that I press the key, then change the frog's direction in that direction. So basically, switched based on the M direction. So basically, I want. Okay, let me start again. The thing is, this is a condition that says if the frog is not moving, then you can change the direction. Right? It changes the variable M direction. Only if the M direction for the, before calling this function was not moving. And then on the update function, based on this M direction variable, okay, maybe it's because it doesn't have default case. So based on this variable, it changes the position every frame. It changes the position of the change position. What it does is add to the current position, add the values I send it to. It's in this case the frog's speed. Maybe I should. Okay. Is this the problem? This just makes it go faster. So this will change the position of the frog every frame. Until, and we'll get the movement counter up every frame until the movement counter is over the scale times the size, which is over 16 pixels moved. And then it'll change the direction to not moving and the movement counter to 0. So we'll do this all over again. What happens if I never reset movement counter? It only moves 1 pixel at a time. What does this mean? Actually, you might be onto something here. It means that when I change the direction, okay. So it only moves once. Okay, I think I see where I went wrong. So, alright. I think you want me to do this, right? So if movement counter is less than scale times size, is that it? Not quite. Why does this happen? Yeah, I'm not sure why this happens. Okay. Right, let's do hard-coded values for starting. So for at least debugging purposes, the key press check and callback and frame rate in sync. Yeah, I'm also thinking that might be the problem, but it shouldn't. Like, it shouldn't, because the key press should only change the direction I'm moving, and the direction can be not moving too. So even if I hold it down, if it's moving right, it shouldn't be able to change directions again. You see what I mean? I shouldn't be able to do this. Exactly. Because I'm assuming on the same frame, it's gonna call, like, update is definitely called every frame. And on key down, even if it's not called every frame, the moment it gets called, update gets called on the same frame for sure, which means it's gonna reset this to not moving. I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay. I think I see the problem. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna make something here. Gonna remove this from the enum. And I'm gonna make a bool is frog moving. First of all, I'm gonna initialize it. Should I change this? I'm gonna leave it here just in case. You guys can't see it very well, but yeah, this is what's happening. Is frog moving? False. Now, let's change everything here. If is frog moving equals true, sorry, equals false, then you can change the direction. Now, if is frog moving, no, so I'm gonna do this here. This should work, right? I think I know what's happening actually. No, I think it might be something else. No, don't worry about it. Okay, let me try this. 1 second. This compiles, so this doesn't move now. Perfect, we fixed the game. No move, no problem. Yeah, sounds about right. The bool is getting initialized, right? To false. I'm starting to see a lot of problems with this code. Okay, let me take a few steps back. No, okay. Alright. We're back to not having the bool and having all 5 types of the enum. Now, am I Finnish, as in how I finished the game, or am I from Finland? No, I'm not Finnish. I am Catalan, from Catalonia. Although I am living in Sweden now, which puts me closer to Finland than I am from Catalonia. We do have very similar pronunciation, so that might be why you thought I was Finnish. We use the same phonetics. It's interesting how close your English accents sound. Yeah, that's true. Not only the languages, not only the accents, but you can hear you can hear a Finnish person speaking, and it's gonna sound, to someone who doesn't understand any of the 2 languages, they will both sound the same, just different words. It is part of Spain for legal purposes and reasons, but I don't feel Spanish whatsoever. And right now, Catalan people are pushing for independence ever since 2012, I think. But the Spanish government doesn't like it. You can probably read on the news about that. But no, technically we're not a country. Not yet, at least. Hopefully we will be at some point in the near future. But yeah, even though many people do consider it a country and would want to for it to be, it's officially not a country of its own. So I am someone who doesn't fool himself to think that it is, but I do still vouch for it and would do anything to actually get it. Well, not anything, but I would like, if I had to choose, I would definitely go for independence. In fact, I did. I voted when it was the right time to do so. Did my duty as a citizen. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. The fuck is this? Okay, it's time to get serious with this music. Catalonian citizen, Catalan. I don't know where the word came from in English, but it's not Catalonian to designate someone from Catalonia. It's Catalan. Have this relevance back to the civil wars that occurred in Spain back in the 40s? Mostly, yes, but not exactly that. But like, it goes back about 300 years ago in 1714, where the Catalan people lost a war against the I'm not sure what was it called back then, but essentially the what would be the Spanish crown, Spanish royalty. Well, the Spanish kingdom, I would say. I think there was. I'm not entirely sure about how it went down, but it was a battle that we lost, and based on that battle, the King of Spain invaded the territory and declared Catalan culture and language to be shut down. There was a decree that allowed the forces of the Spanish kingdom to shut down every institution about Catalan language and culture. And obviously Catalan people have been holding a grudge ever since then. It's I guess the closest thing you can compare it to is the Irish in the United Kingdom. They didn't treat us well, basically. So yeah, most of Catalonia is on the left wing of politics, and the Spanish government is usually on the right wing. So yeah, numbers speak for themselves. Like, if you want to look up the results of the latest election, you will see Catalonia voting for something very, very different than the rest of Spain. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Let's continue this. So if the direction is not moving, change the direction. I think I need both the Boolean and the direction thingy. So I'm gonna make this. Spanish wars occurred during the 1700s. I think that's where I was thinking of. Probably. I'm not a historian, nor I claim to be. Alright, so we have a bool that is moving and it initializes to false. Now, so to change the direction of the frog, we have to have it So the direction has to be not moving, and is moving has to be false. Now, just to make sure, I'm going to put some parentheses here. Don't want to give anything, like leave anything to chance on how the compiler decides to calculate logic. I'm not saying I don't trust it, but I don't trust it. So, if the movement counter is lower than the amount that the frog needs to move, and is moving equals true, I'm going to change the direction. So I'm going to change the position, sorry. Meaning the frog is going to keep moving. Counter is going to keep going up. And is moving is going to keep being true. No, that doesn't work, right? Because then it will never come in here, because the only condition for setting is moving true is inside of it. That's a lot of parentheses now. I'm gonna leave them there for now. I think I can get rid of this completely. Cuphead music is great, by the way. Using notes to design the solution before coding. Yeah, I mean, I have it. I know what I want to do. That's not the problem here. It's the logic behind it and how to do it. Okay. What about this? Does it compile? Yeah, it does. Okay, that's a problem. Why does it never stop though? I think I've got this all wrong. Gonna remove this. Okay, so on key down, if the is moving is false, I'm gonna change the direction. Well, I'm gonna set the direction, and then is moving is gonna become true. Now, if it's moving is true, then I'm gonna change the position. I don't need to do this. If it's moving is true and movement counter is less than, what was it? Frog size times frog scale. Then move and increase the counter. And then if movement counter is bigger or equal to frog size times frog scale, then its moving becomes false, movement counter equals 0. And it's not going to become true until I press a key again. I think this is how I want to do this. This looks good, doesn't it? I can't change the direction while I'm moving, which is good. It moves in a grid-like pattern. Alright, so yeah, one line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, and then back here. Yep, okay, figured it out. You'd ideally use lerp to position instead of move while not at position. What's lerp? Oh yeah, I think, yeah, interpolation, right? Linear interpolation. Yeah, we were talking about this in class. I didn't pay attention because it was explaining to someone else, but I don't know. I might look into it for the next project. This will also allow me to manually make the animation, by the way. I'm not sure how that will work with linear interpolation. I have no clue how to implement it or what it is. I have an idea of the concept that it is, but I'm not sure. Everything all right here? Yeah, okay. Get used to interpolating, not necessarily now, but for the future. I will. I guess if I change this to an else if, this shouldn't change a thing, right? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna try to do something though. gonna try to implement back the not moving state. Let's see if I can do it with this. So while it's moving, no, not while it's moving, while M direction is not moving, and the movement counter is this. There you go. Now frog direction not moving. Now while M direction is equals, well, while this is not moving, we can change direction. This can go away because the direction gets changed. I think this was my initial intention. Let's see if it works. It does work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. There's only one more thing to fix, and it's that instead of starting at the right, it starts at not moving. Otherwise it'll move right away, like it happened. Okay. Yeah, so what I was missing is this piece of code. When M direction is not moving. Because I need to access this, and it was accessing this when the direction was not moving. So it wasn't playing any of the things, and it was getting the movement counter up. So yeah. And now I can even adjust the speed right here. This looks more like a frog, yeah. Oh, it irks me that the goals are not... Yeah, they're 16 pixels wide, but... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna offset it, but... No, I mean, the frog is meant to start here. Since the logs move... like the frog is meant to not be able to... not have to snap to the grid. At least horizontally. Like, vertically you're always gonna snap to the grid, but horizontally you don't need to. And the moment you get on the logs, that's when your position gets offset, and that's where you can go into the goal. So I just need to when I implement the collision logic, then I'm gonna do this properly. Because you can see that at the start my frog is here, right? It doesn't start right at the middle, because I did this on purpose. The frog's initial position is... where is it? Here. The reset. Where is the reset function? Reset position. The position is width divided by 2, and the height that it corresponds to this purple line. And since the source of the frog is the top left corner, width divided by 2 means that the top left corner is going to be in the exact middle, but the frog is going to render to the right of it. And that's exactly how it is on the original game, at least based on this video. Like, you can see it here when it spawns. You can see that the middle is right here, but the frog appears to the right of it. As you can see, when he gets on the turtles, well, that's when he offsets the position, and that's what will allow me to enter the goal. Like that. Okay. What else do we need to do? Should we do the animation for the frog? I've made the frog class. Car logic. You mean the colliders? The colliders I'm gonna do at the end. Like before anything interacts with any other thing, I'm gonna do everything that I need to work with it. Frogimation. Am I gonna turn the frog? Yes, I am. That's easy as fuck. So basically, if the direction is left, let's actually do that. Let's actually turn the frog. So, and transform the set rotation to be. Oh shit! The rotation was in. Oh, the lane spawning. Sure, we can do that. You know what? Let's actually do that first. Frog movement is done. Initialize the level. Frog animations. Alright, let's do initialize the level. So right now I have the test log and the test car and the test frog. I'm actually going to delete the test logs and the test cars. And I'm going to make alright, so on the lane on top, right on top, I want 3 logs of 1, 2, 3, 4 length, right? Which are going to be these 4. Let's test it if this works. I'm gonna make an array. So I want 3 on top. Let me just. So I want 3 on top. Plus I want on the second row, since I won't have the turtles, at least not for now. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 logs of 2. And on the third lane I want, is it 1 big log or is it 2 of them? I think it's 1, right? Yeah, so one big log was 8 plus 1, 9. And then I want three sized logs, right? That's 12. And then I want another three sized logs. So I want an array of 15 logs. Initialize objects. I'm gonna copy this here, and I'm just gonna call initialize objects down here. Okay. So logs 0. I need logs. Okay. I said 3 logs, right? On top? Yeah. So I'm gonna do a for int I equals 0, I less than 15, I plus plus. I'm gonna change this song. Let's see. Oh, this is perfect. Alright. So for the 15 logs, I'm gonna do if I is less than, what is it, 3 logs? Yeah, less than 3. Then logs I dot set position. I'm gonna set I'm not sure I'll have space actually. I don't think I will have space to do this. I think the logs warp differently. I think when the log is cut in half, it spawns on the other side, doesn't it? Can you see that? Sort of, right? Should I take that into account? Let's try and do this with what I have right now. Okay, so let's say I want these 3 logs. This is 224 pixels. That's 14 tiles of 16. So we want each log is going to occupy 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, so 4, 8, 12. Then they're going to have 1 tile. It's going to be 1 tile. I think it's 1 tile only, right? No, it's 2 tiles. 2 tiles of water. So 2 here, 2 here. Meaning that from this one to the start of the next one, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the 7th one will be. So each log will essentially occupy 6. So 6, 12, and 18. That doesn't sound right. There's more separation here than it is here, right? Yeah. So it's log 2 water, log 1 water, log 2 water, log 1 water. 2 water, log 2 water, log... Ah, fucking crocodile. Is there a level without the crocodile? So it's 2, 1, 2, right? Or 2 and 1. I don't need to do it exactly like that, but let's see. I'm gonna construct these logs to be size 2. I'm going to set the position to be 0. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make this from 0 to 5. Gonna make it a nested loop. Don't need this. Alright, so 5 lanes, 3 logs this lane. I'm gonna do one nested for loop for each of the lanes. So in this lane the size is gonna be 2. The position is gonna be so the Y position, I'm gonna just do this so it stops irking me. The Y position needs to be multiple of 16 here. So 48. I think this is where they start, right? Sounds about right. This is effectivamente a multiple of 16. Sometimes I can't find the words in English. Alright, so at Y48, now the X is going to be 0, or rather game scale times I times do the logs have a property that is a size length? Well, I can do it manually, right? Okay, I can hard code it. I'm supposed to hard code this. So I set 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So 16 times 6 times I multiplied by the game scale, right? have to cast it into a constant float. Otherwise this thing doesn't let me. Alright, let's test it out. So oh shit! Did I send the speed on the update? I might not want to do that. Okay, let's change that, because I don't want the speed to be sent on the update function, because it's very uncomfortable right now for me. So gonna remove this here. Speed. Now I will send the speed on the constructor. P speed, like in Mario 3. Oh, I got a lot of crap over here. I don't have any other constructors for the log, right? No, I don't. So I want the speed to be 1 for now. So these move right. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Update. What do I need to send to the update? The width of the game. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now, well, it works. Yatta! Alright. This looks good enough, doesn't it? Obviously the colliders are not going to render after a while, after I've done everything. But yeah, this works. So let me try something. Does this break everything? I'm guessing it will crash. There you go. Okay, so let's not modify it for now. Skip this at 3, the other one at 3. I'm gonna keep changing it every time I add more logs. Alright, so we've got one. So how many logs do we need here? Totals are also going to be logs, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, right? They also have 2 tiles to separate them, or just 1? 2. So it's going to be 4. So a 2 log and 2 tiles. 2, 3, 4 logs. Okay. Ooh, I almost fucked it up. I need to change this to J. Not I. Let me actually test that this works. Yeah, it does. Alright, perfect. The game's coming together. Time estimated to completion 3 streams. This is the 3rd one. I did some of the logic in class, so I would say I might take 1 more stream to do it. Not sure how tired I'll get, but it's gonna be 3 streams. Well, maybe 3 streams, maybe 4 plus a couple hours in class. Couple, maybe more. Not sure. So let's say 1 more stream, 1 extra stream off stream. So I want this to be size 0. Plan on streaming Mario? I'm not sure. I want to, but I need to do it. Like starting this Sunday, I will have 4 weeks to do it. So I might stream some of it. I'm not sure how much, because I also have the job that I need to be aware at all times of. Well, there's some stuff going on that I need to be able to drop whatever I'm doing and work, because I'm working from home. So we'll see. But yeah, the intention is there. This move faster, so minus 2.0 speed. Wait, no, this ain't gonna work either. Yeah, if I do this, it's not gonna work, so. So yeah, if I is less than 3, I do have to do it this way, so. if I bigger or equal to 3 and I smaller than, how many do I need here? 4. Okay. Locked I dot set position to. I'm gonna do it right away. So game scale times I won't be able to use the I either. Just for the sake of consistency. Trying to not make a lot of lines of code to initialize this, but I think I might end up doing that, yeah. So position X will be. Let me do something. I think this might work. So I modulus 3 will give me numbers from 1 to 3, from 0 to, well, from 0 to 2, which is the first 3 elements. Alright, I can just do this. Then here I can do I minus 3 times, how many tiles was this? 4 times 16. And this is the Y position, which should be 16 more than this. So game scale times 64. Is this it? Nah. How many parentheses do I need? Definitely one more. I don't need this one. Okay. Let's test it. It works. They go a bit too fast though. So let's adjust the speed to be 1.5. Maybe I'm just going to set this one to 0.5 and then this one to -1. This looks a bit more fair, right? Looks more similar to this, yeah. Alright. Third line. We need 2 big logs. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles each. 7, 8. I'm not sure why. No, mind. It is right. So if I is bigger or equal to 7 and I is smaller than 9. I'm gonna make them size, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so size 4. And they are fast AF, so 2.0. Because they move to the right, so positive speed. Now, initial position will be game scale times I minus 7 times how many logs? No, what? No, this is the size. So 8, right? Yeah. 8 times 16. And the Y will be just 16 more. 64 plus 16, that's 80. And this goes up to 9. I'm picking up the pace on this. Looks good enough, doesn't it? The game is starting to come to life. Alright, next line. We need 3 logs. They move really slow. And they have size 1, because it's 3 tiles. Now, if I is bigger or equal than 9, and I is smaller than 3 of them, meaning 12. Yeah, 12. Send the sprite sheet as a reference. The size is 1. The speed is moving right at 0.25. Who dis? Giveaway on achievements Discord. So if you're a WoW player, go for it. Okay. I think it's a giveaway for in-game goods. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Raidbots Premium Subscription, Blizzard Shop Mount, 1 PC Game, Xbox Game Pass, and Blizzard Shop Pet or Toy. US only. I mean, those are juicy. Juicy rewards. Alright, so game scale times I minus 9 times, what's the size of this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, just writing in a comment why this is like this, otherwise teacher might not understand. And the Y position will be scale times 96. Let's test this out. Alright, this seems to work nicely. Yep, it's mesmerizing. Okay, we have to make the last line. It's 4 logs of 3, with only one tile in between. If I is bigger than 12 and I is smaller than... If I is bigger than 12, I guess. The logs are size 1. They move fast. They move at the same speed as the ones in lane 2, which is -1. Where'd the music stop? Oh, it's a quiet song. Let's leave this one. Scale times I minus 12 times 4 times 16. Now this is game scale times, what is it, 112? I think so. And this should do it. Wait, there's 3 of them? I thought there would be 4. What have I done wrong? We're missing this here. Nope, this crashes. Wait, how does it crash? Oh, I know why. This might work. Yeah, this looks like it works. I win! Okay, logs are done. Hmm. 15 is out of valid index range 0 to 14 for possibly stack allocated buffer. Didn't I say that this is to 14 to 15 basically? Can I not make a stack of this? Can I not allocate more than... Let's see. Is that a valid index range? No, that's not what I'm looking for. But this is not what I have here, right? All the loops I've done are 0 based. Okay, let me try to close this down and open it again. See if we still have the warnings. And we don't. Rebuild just in case. No warnings. Perfect. Alright. Should we initialize cars now? Holy shit, it's late. Everything okay here? Yeah. I have the light in the background, but yeah. Let's see. How many cars do we want? So we want 2 trucks. Which have one, 2, 3, 4 tiles. So 6 6 tiles between one thing and the other. I'm gonna keep changing this number right here based on how many cars we add. We don't have to do a calculation before that. Just gotta rename this frog because it's not really a test frog, it's already the frog that we're gonna use. There's only one frog that we're gonna use anyway. Alright, so the hell is this line? Not sure what I did. This is 144. 144 sounds like a multiple of 16. Alright. Okay. So if I is smaller than 2, we need the variable. Alright, let's actually do the fucking calculation of how many cars we need. So we need 2 trucks plus 1 race car ride. That's 3. How many of these normal cars we have? That's 3 of them, right? Plus how many bulldozers? Another 3. It's 9 plus how many race cars that go left? Another 3, right? Yeah. So 12 total. Alright, so alright, so I'm gonna build the cars. Oh, it might be easier, yeah. I just it allows me to pause with more precision, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So the car's constructor has a sprite sheet. I need to send it the type. Yeah, sprite sheet and type. So we need truck. Alright, this is gonna be game scale times I times, how many did I say there was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yeah. 6 times 16. This is so loud. And the y is going to be 144 times the scale. Yeah, I think that's right. Let me try something, by the way. This compiles, right? Compiles, runs without a crash, please. Okay. Does this work? Is this how it works? Nah, I don't know how to use the auto. It's weird. Let's leave it like this. So 4. Oh, these guys are also taking the speed here. What language is this? This is C++. C++ 11, I think. Okay. Alright, so one more thing that we need to change. We need to remove the speed from the car's update function. And make it a member variable. think this works. Now, wait, no, I don't want it to be an int, I want it to be a float. What lines of code do you have so far? I'm unsure, honestly. Is there any way you can check that, like over all of your header and CPP files? How many lines of code do you have? Because the like some part of the code is not mine; it's my teacher's. So what's missing here? Oh, I didn't. This is a university assignment, and I've been streaming my progress through it this past week, and it's been really fun. Okay. Yep, I think this is good. Now, the update only takes the width. But now I need to do this. What speed do I put on these guys? They are slow AF. I think it's the same speed as these logs, or a bit faster. The logs on the fourth line. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 0.25. I'm gonna set it to 0.5. Minus 0.5. Looks like you're basically done. What are you currently working on? Right now I am. Oh well, this is the YouTube video. My game is not that. Right now I'm making the. I actually have a to-do list here. I'm initializing the level, so I'm making sure that all the objects have the correct position, the correct speed, so I can start working with the colliders and the frog animation and rotation. So all that's left to do is just fancy animation for the frog moving, and and the collision interaction, which is the whole point of this. Like, I would say the most complicated part of it, even though it's not that complicated. Where was I? Here. Does this work? Well, if I don't render them, it sure won't work. Alright, yeah, this looks like it does work. Am I using any images for the logs and so on? I'm sorry if I'm distracting you. Oh, don't worry about it. I always enjoy chatting with people. I have, I actually downloaded, I found online someone who actually broke down the background and the sprites and made a sprite sheet for this. So I'm using basically two images, which is, one of them is this, scaled up 3 times. The other one is this. You actually might see it closely here. Using this to take measuring. Yeah, totally right. And I usually do this if I wanna see the size of a sprite. I have a sprite sheet here, so I just basically pull this image, I load this image into the game and then set the sprite source and the sprite size, so I use that part of the texture. Alright. First cars are done. What else? If I is bigger or equal than 2, how many cars do we need here? Just one, right? Yeah. And I is smaller than 3. I guess I could just say if I equals 2. Easier, right? Yeah. Cars I. Send it the image. This one is a race car that goes to the right. Not sure how fast this goes, but it goes faster than any log. And I think the fastest log that I have is a 2-speed, right? So I'm gonna set this to 3. So now this is the game scale times I minus 2. You know what, I could just do this. And the Y would be the game scale times 160, which will be the second line of the cars. Let's test it out. Alright, what went wrong here? Oh, I'm an idiot. Forgot to change that. Wait, no. What's going on? Ah. There we go. You're doing something similar in JavaScript with the canvas. Nice. You know what? I think I've never actually coded in JavaScript. I think I did some Java at some point. The only similar thing is the name, as far as I know. All right. Next line of cars. If I is bigger or equal to 3, I guess I could make it bigger than 2, and been using the logic and. How many cars we need in this line? 3 of them. How many tiles do they have? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Yeah. I smaller than, it's gonna be 3, 4, 5. Smaller than 6, I think. sprite speed. The speed of these cars, it's a bit higher than the trucks, so I'm gonna set it to 1.0. They go left, so minus 1.0. That's one too many brackets. I still have the achievement point switch plugin. Yeah, I know. My stream hasn't, like, I haven't abandoned gaming on stream. So I'm still gonna do it at some point. Since I started university, I just don't have time. You're making a puzzle maze type of game. You have wall objects so players can't pass through it, of course. There's a pitfall sprite where you can fall and die. Boulders you can push to fill the pitfalls. Crack walls and bombs, nice. Colored keys for colored doors. Bunch of levels. It's coming along good. Couple monsters that can kill the player. Yeah, that's nice. It's a simple enough game that you can code it without worrying too much about how the game mechanics will work. And it's basically the basis of The Legend of Zelda. So you still have a shot at the mod forever. I wonder how much time. I didn't actually make the math, do the math for how long would it take for someone to get mod forever. Also, it's not something automatic, so even if somebody saves up everything and I don't like that person, I can just say, nah, you're not getting mod and refund the points. Very distant shot. Alright, let's finish this up. Set position. This is gonna be game scale times I minus 3. Yeah. That's true. I mean, right now I don't have a second monitor, so I cannot even see the redeemable things. I can't even see who follows me. I have to open this up. So, alright, enough distractions. Let's get to this. I minus 3 times, how much was the tile offset? 1, 2, 3, 4. God damn it, I don't want to tap to this. 4 times 16. I love this song. When do you think you will be finished? Sorry, I missed that one. I saw Ryu's answer. Not sure, I don't think I'll finish today, but next time I stream, most probably. Depends on how much work I have left to do. I might finish it off stream. And I'll start the next project on stream. So, yeah. Have a good one. I'm gonna go work on your game, probably play some video games after. Good luck. Thanks, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Always appreciate it. And good luck on your game. Come show us when you finished it. It'll be nice. Let's see. Game scale times 176. Is that, yeah, that should be a multiple of 16. Alright, I think that's the correct amount of parentheses. Let's test it out. Yeah, this looks good enough. If I is bigger or equal than 6, and how many cars do we need here? 3 more. And I is smaller than 9. Car type, this is going to be a bulldozer. Bulldozers go right. Do they go to the same speed as... They go a bit slower than the logs on the top lane. Right? Yeah. Logs at the top go at 0.5, so I'm gonna set them at 0.25. I think this is also 1, 2, 3, 4. Game scale times 192 sounds about right. Yep, there you go. Nine. Yep, this looks about right. Oh yeah, you know what I forgot? I completely forgot to make a glider for the frog. Gonna put it on the top of the list. Totally forgot about that. I just realized that it doesn't have a glider because I didn't even bother to render it. Because there's none. Okay, last line. If I is bigger or equal to 9, this is going to be spreadsheet. It's going to be the race car. Wait. Yeah, race car left. With a speed of same one as this one. So minus 1.0. How many cars is this? Alright, I see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles, I think. Is it 5.5 tiles? Yeah, it's the same exact thing as the ones above, so... Wait, no, this is a different level. I'm an idiot. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4... Might be... I'm not sure. Nine minus 9. Bless you. That would be 208. Yep. Moment of truth. With this, we will be done with initializing the objects. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna offset these though. I'm gonna offset it by a couple tiles. Timer in the middle. I'm not gonna put the timer on. As I said, I'm not implementing every single part of the game. I think this works nice. What about just one? I think I'm offsetting it in the wrong place. What if I make the separation 5 tiles? Okay, I think I will need to do this +2. Does this work? Oh, whoa, nah, fucked it up. I think I actually have to do it here. Feel inspired and coding a dragon randomly. Alright, this is exactly what I wanted. Well, sort of. No, I don't think it'll work. Let's leave it like this. I think I would have to change a couple more things before I'm able to do this. And on the first level they do this, right? They go at the same time. No, these go a bit faster. Does this happen on every level? No, they go at the same speed here. Yeah, I'm gonna set different speeds for these. So I have -0.5, I have 3, I have 1.0, I have 0.25. I'm gonna put this here on -1.5. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Yeah, obviously not, but I want it to be as precise as possible. How are you? Good? You liking the book? She's reading my favorite book right now. Second part of my favorite saga. The Kingkiller Chronicles. Look!
Oh!
And the frog moves. It just doesn't have animations yet. And nothing collides with anything, so I can just do... Hey, I won! Book reading person, that's my girlfriend. It's, what was your name on Twitch? Dilerita? Alright. I think I'm gonna do the frog collider and then I'm gonna be done for today. I'm writing text and she's reading text. Instant connection right there. That's Ryu.
Huh?
Thank you. if any of us both has a cold, this will be responsible that the other one catches it. Alright, let's do the collider for the... Go ahead, I don't want any. So the collider. What did I do for the car? On the initialize, I set the collider to size times scale. On the log, the log part, same thing. Yeah, so on the frog, it shouldn't be that hard. It should be. And collider dot set position. Be frog. Give me a second. Frog scale times frog size. Oh no. I have to set the size here. Set size to frog scale. Now, on the update, I need to, where was it? The update. Collider set position to transform X and transform Y. So same thing here. Collider dot set position to takes ints and transform X as a float, I think. Well, we'll do it like this. And transform dot get position dot X and transform dot get position dot Y. And now it'll give me two warnings that... No, wait. X is a float, so if I compile this, it's probably gonna go tell me you're losing data over here. There it is. Argument conversion from float to int. Possible loss of data. So alright, these two warnings, I can't do anything about them. The last thing is... What? No, ahora terminaré, no te preocupes. Alright, last thing is render the render function. Where is it? And I need the colors, which are this. So yeah, I made okay static constant color. How did I name them? Collision true and collision false. All right. Constant color, collision true. And it was 255.000 to 255.00. Okay. Oh, I have 2 errors. Oh, of course. Didn't put the colors here. Oh, I didn't, yeah. There you go. Alright, now the frog should have a collider that moves around with it. Alright. So, what's left for me to do? I'm gonna say... I'm gonna put it after I make the collision interactions. And I actually need to make the goal. Alright, I think we're done for today. Oh man. Today was fun. We accomplished a ton. One last look at the game before we go. Still doesn't have colliders, but wow, didn't even finish the game. Are you even trying? Oh god, not this. This song is not in my playlist. This song is fucking Spotify. Alright. So yeah, this is gonna be the stream for today. The log drift will be fun to implement. Well, the log drift is just add the log speed to the frog's position. Yeah, game looks like a game. Finally, that's when you're starting to get satisfied with what you do. Another ping from achievements. Alright, I'll leave the stream here, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been really fun. I'm gonna stream at some point soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, but I don't want to finish it later than Sunday. We'll see. I'm not sure how busy I'll be. I'm not sure how motivated I'll be to finish this now. But today has been really fun. So today has been very rewarding. So yeah, that's nice. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.